Oh, yeah. Yeah. Welcome. That's how you know I'm getting old. When you can't hold the hip, man. So, here's the deal. To drip on this for a minute. Hold on a second. Welcome on Burger Podcast. How you guys doing? Glad to have you. Share the show. Please share the video. It's the only way I get out. Election's over. That's just how it is. It's over. I don't know. I'm still getting emails that there's going to be a coup. There's going to be this. I'm onward. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we got screwed. I don't know what the fuck happened at all. The whole thing, whatever. I stand by everything I did and said. And I'll tell you the one great thing that came out of this whole thing with the pandemic and the election is we all got to see who our friends were. And I think a lot of us got to figure things out in that way. I think all of us probably. And so there you go. There's that. And that's cool. Now, weather for the week, just so you know, if you're watching and you don't watch the news, you don't want to see the news, well, here's the weather for you. Okay? So today there were some showers. I know there were some showers because I went out there earlier to get some weed. Well, I met the weed guy. He delivered my weed. And so it was raining. And I was like, oh, shit, there's showers. Yeah, so that's true. Tomorrow there's supposed to be more showers. And it's going to be warm with clouds and then warm on Saturday. So that's kind of how it's looking, right? So rain tomorrow and then no rain Friday, no rain Saturday. It'll be a little cloudy. Good time to go to the beach. You get a nice burn, nice cloud burn, you know. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with a good cloud burn. Okay, so we jump over to here. All right, how we doing? Where do I want to be? About 41. Shoot-do-do. Anyway, okay, so here's the deal. Here's my question. I've been watching a lot of things, and I wonder like this. We like, why do we kill for other people? Like, why does El Chapo have an army? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how do these gang members and these drug dealers and all these people get these kids? They scare the kids like, hey, I'm gonna kill you if you don't kill for me. But then a lot of these kids end up getting killed because they're out there killing for them. And so they could have just stopped it right there, kind of thing. Like, I think a lot of it comes down to raising our children. And if they don't have parents, that we all have to start stepping in, because the thing is, if we taught our children better that, no, you don't go kill someone else because someone threatens to kill you. You fight that person. You deal with that person. You find a way to kill that person. But you don't go kill somebody or hurt somebody else or steal somebody else's stuff because somebody else scares you. You go after that person. You know what I'm saying? And if we did that, if we taught our children that, if we taught things like that, it would change a lot of things. You know, so I say, is it because we're afraid to die? You know, why are we dying for things that aren't even ours? And then, you know what I'm saying? And I say that, like, why are we dying for things that aren't even ours? You know, and that's an important thing when you really look at it, because why are we? Why do we die? Why are we willing to die? And this is my question. Hold on a second. I'm going to ask you this. This is my question here. Okay. So follow me. Sorry. Okay. Kicked his ass. Kicked his ass and his ass. Keep watching though. Now now watch one hand. There's one hand, right? You, go. You, go. Bam, bam, kicking his ass. Boom, killing him. Bam, right to the nuts. He's dead. Dead. You know, I mean, presumably dead. Dead. A few at a time, but dead. You guys, go. Everybody, for me, go. This guy's beating the fuck out of everyone, but go fight him. Now here come the other guys that actually want their own freedom, that were being taken and this and that. And they're like, we'll fucking kill these motherfuckers, right? Yeah. But this is all the people in the white shirts that were afraid to die at the hand of the tough guy. You get what I'm saying? So those guys' lives aren't great. They live in small rooms. They eat kind of crappy, and they get by. And they have to do horrible things. And every few days, one of them's killed to make an example out of or something. But they keep doing the work. They keep fighting. They keep moving forward. Why? Why not just turn on the one dude, kill him, and then everybody's sharing the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not all get together and be like, hey, fuck one hand here. Let's kill him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bruce is right, man. Fuck this guy. You know, Bruce Lee shows up, kicks a few people's ass. The rest of them go, all right, we're good, bro. Look, this guy was threatening us. You know, he had guns, but fuck him. Yeah, you go fight those guys. You know, I mean, I get that. Like, do that. You know, but walk the fuck away. Don't join. And now, then I ask the question, why do we celebrate some lives, yet others mean nothing? And there's no rhyme or reason why a life is that meaningful or not. Like, I guess I get why we celebrated the life of like an Einstein, a Martin Luther King, like people like that. You know, I get, but why? More than anyone else who also tried? Why more than anyone else who equally gave up everything but was on a smaller scale? Why do we pick and choose whose life gets celebrated? And I've seen it so many times when someone dies, and because they have the right friends or certain friends who get all crazy about it, their whole life gets recognized on TV and this and that. But then you have other times where there's a lot of fame or recognition going on, a lot of media coverage, and everybody shows up to the funeral. And that's why I say like 10,000 people show up to an abused boy's funeral that they don't even know. A week before, a boy killed by abuse was buried with no one there. Why? Why wasn't there 10,000 people at that boy's funeral? Or the girl before that, or the transgender child before that? But what happened was then yesterday, or whatever, on a Tuesday, a transgender child's killed for being transgender, and 100,000 people show up to the funeral. 3 days before that, 4 were killed. Nobody knew enough about it. No one cared. No one showed. It's not that people care, no, they don't care. If you put it in front of their face and make it famous and make it fun, they'll show up. But the problem is no one does care. So the media and the hype gets to decide what's seen and what's important and what matters. And that's the problem. It all matters the same way it doesn't matter. It all matters the exact same way it doesn't matter. So this is the boy from Lancaster's part of the funeral. And the thing is they all dressed up wearing superhero stuff because he loved superheroes. I'm not even going to show his picture because it's negative to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what that boy went through was horrible. What that boy had to go through was horrible. I will tell you this. I pray. Let me pray. I pray to Jesus, the Mexican Jesus, that if ever I am aware of a child being abused like that, or a child being hurt like that, that I kill the people doing it. I pray to you, Jesus, the Mexican Jesus. Give me the strength that if I ever hear of somebody doing something like that to a child, that I kill them. But there's all these people who cared. All these people cared so much about the Lancaster boy. Yet the whole time he was living in squalor and poverty with drug addict parents, none of these people were around. No support system whatsoever. Just the grandparents fighting by themselves. Oh, sorry. Total pain. Just the grandparents fighting, and the grandparents were fighting to get the boy, and the grandparents were fighting to protect the boy. But where were all these people? Where were they? Where was everybody who cheered so much when the TV cameras went on? See, that's what I'm saying, and I'm going to say it again, man. Jonathan Pryce, George Floyd. Jonathan Pryce, a hero to the community, an amazing person, a wonderful pillar, died protecting a woman. Well, no, he didn't die protecting a woman. He was protecting a woman from domestic violence. A cop showed up and shot him for being black. So he died for being black. I mean, that's the fact. He was murdered for the color of his skin and the way he looked. But he didn't look, again, when I say the way he looked, he was a big dude. He was murdered for being big and black. He did not look scary at all. I'm going to tell you this. If I was walking down a dark alley, I swear to God, I'd hope that guy was there. I'd hope that Jonathan Pryce was in that fucking alley because I'd see that dude and go, oh, thank God. Is this a good alley? And he'd be like, oh, yeah, go on. Okay, cool. And I'd feel safe because he just looked like somebody you could trust, just looked like a good guy. And so he got nothing. But his whole life was good. George Floyd, who, again, was no worse than any of us that fucked up. He was no worse than me or PJ Stansberry or any other person who's fucked up. We just had better parents that got us out of things, I guess, and kept us from going too far. But George Floyd didn't, and he did get on drugs, and he did fuck up, and he was breaking the law. But he got a gold casket and murals. And that's what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm not trying to take away from all this stuff. I'm just trying to say we got to start looking through the bullshit. Why are we killing 1,000 people to protect one person? Do you ever watch the movies? I was just watching this movie called Extraction. Okay, he's trying to save this one boy. Okay, so to save the one boy, the drug dealer's son, the guy, I don't know, he's some superhero, Marvel comic actor, but he's in this movie. But he's like a Marine or whatever. So his kid died when he was young. The kid died when he was young. So he's like all drunk and everything, blah, blah, blah. He's a mercenary. So anyway, he's going to save this drug dealer's kid. Another guy who works for the drug dealer is trying to save the kid too. He dies in the process. Hundreds of other people die who also have kids, who have families, who care about their kids too, who their kids are human too. But they just die throughout this movie to save this one kid. It's such a stupid concept. It's just dumb. All these civilians and innocent people die in the pursuit of trying to save this one kid in car chases and shootouts and everything else. But in reality, though, it's the dying for other people or the fighting for other people or any of this. It's just, we got to stop. We got to just step back and go, no, you know what? We're all in the military in the sense of if somebody tries to take over America, we'll all pick up arms and fight. Until then, no. We're not going to go fight anyone, things like that. We don't want to be in any wars. Let every country deal with their own bullshit everywhere. Because this is the thing is each and every soldier, male, female, transgender, each and every one of them matters to me. Their life matters to me. All these kids in gangs and stuff, their lives matter to me equally. These kids being abused, all of their lives matter the same. People being murdered by the police, man, their lives matter. Police being murdered by people, their lives matter. These are all mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers. Some of them gone the wrong way, some of them gone the right, some of them indifferent, but we're all human lives. And so maybe we got to start looking deeper at that and start thinking, why are we made to? I know I told you a million times, but you don't ever hold your spit. I'll hock a loogie right across I'll hock a loogie right in the middle of class. But yeah, but the thing is like this. You maybe it's time we wake up and start realizing, why are we fighting? Why is my green screen so bad? Why didn't I set it better? Things like that. No, why are we doing this? Like, we're literally losing soldiers, human beings, though. They're not soldiers, they're human beings. And it's not for good enough reasons anymore. And it never really was. But it's like, okay, this has just got to stop. Like, why don't we elect officials to fight each other for this stuff? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, like, why don't they be badass enough to say they're going to fight to the death? You know, like Biden and the guy in China, they fight to the death. So we each elect warriors to fight each other over situations. I don't know. That's stupid. That's a dumb idea. I'm a twat. What I'm trying to say, though, truthfully, though, is what I'm trying to say is, why are we doing why? I mean, like, just I was watching that movie. Why are you dying for people? Why are you fighting for people? Why are we still letting drugs be illegal? Let people, you know how many people are dying because drugs are, you know how many less people would die from drugs if you just said, fuck it, do whatever you want. Grow what you want. You know how many less people would die from drugs? The violence would end. The prostitution, the child trafficking, the sex trafficking, all this stuff would come to a screeching shutdown if you just said, you know what, do whatever drugs you want. But here's the thing. Drugs, you can go buy them here. You could do them in your house, but you could buy them here. You could do them here. You could sit in cafes like in Amsterdam. But nobody can live there. That's the thing. So you make it a place where no one is allowed to live. Everyone has to live outside of the town. You have an area where people can do whatever, like in each area. You have a place where everyone can do whatever drugs they want outside, like socially. But other than that, no. And that's it, you know, and I don't know. I mean, again, just decriminalize all drugs. Let people make their own choices. Let people make their own choices. Let them grow their own shit. Let them just make their own choices. Just make sure you just say, you know what, you can't manufacture any drugs. You can just do any drugs you can grow. Anything you can grow naturally, you can do. You just can't manufacture anything from chemicals. There you go. There you go. DMT is natural. Molly is natural. So relax. You just can't do meth. Big deal. Anyhow, just something to think about, though, out there, guys. You know, why? Why are we dying for other people? It just honestly doesn't make sense. All right. At all. Now, I'm trying to think if I had some. How'd you do, man? No, that wasn't it. How'd you do, man? See you met my faithful handed man. Seriously, though, take a minute to really think about this. We may have all, like, I don't believe in any way that Biden or Harris or any of those people, Pelosi or Schumer or any good, McConnell, they're horrible, horrible, horrible people. I think, though, I may have been right in the first place and we've been totally duped. And now we're fucked. One thing I am going to say, I'm not saying take the vaccine. I'm not saying don't take the vaccine. I'm going to simply say this. It is kind of odd that both sides really want us all to take the vaccine. That kind of threw me. Like, everything was disagreed about every single thing except, hey, yeah, go ahead. The vaccine's coming out, guys. Because even Trump said, it's just a virus. It's a flu. It's a flu. It's not, I beat it. But here's the vaccine. Fuck yeah, take the vaccine. So I'm just like, okay. Just a thought, you know, just a thought. I mean, we can all stick together and we can all talk about it and we can all Facebook post about it and do podcast about it. And you know what? It's going to happen, whether you like it or not.